Hello students, here we are starting the first chapter of BK, that is Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Account. Now you all know about the partnership because in the 11th standard you studied about it. So we know that partnership means what? Partnership means when two or more persons come together to run any business activity, and there they agree to share their capital, they share the risk, the profit of the business. This mutual relationship based on agreement called as partnership. So any one person in the partnership firm is called as partner, and collectively they called as a firm. So partnership business means simply when two or more person comes together to run any business activity for earning money, for earning profit, because at last the main motto is to earn money, to earn profit, is called as the partnership firm. Here they given us the definition of partnership firm. So Indian Partnership Act 1932, according to Indian Partnership Act 1932 section 4, define the partnership as it is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Means what? Partnership is the relation, means it is the mutual relationship between the persons, and they are ready to share their profits. At the same time they are ready to share their losses, they are ready to share the capital, they are ready to share the management of a business carried on by all. Means every partner, each and every partner run the business activity, or any one of them acting for all. Means only one partner run the business on behalf of the other partner, because there are various types of partners, and some partners are there who just contribute the capital and they are not ready to run the business activity. So at that time active partner is there who run the business activity on behalf of the other partner. So it is called as any one of them acting for all. According to Professor Handy, partnership is the relation existing between persons competent to make contract, who agree to carry on a lawful business in common with the view to earn private gain. Means here again Professor Handy, he also said that partnership is a relationship, means it is the mutual relation is existing between persons competent to make contract. Means here they have to make one contract called as a agreement, we call this partnership agreement, and they agree to run the business, but the business should be lawful business, means should be legal business, in common with a view to earn profit gain. Ultimately the main motto is to earn profit. So the main motto of partnership firm is what? To earn money or to earn profit. So this is the definition of partnership firm according to Indian Partnership Act and according to Professor Handy. Here we are discussing the new, that is features of partnership firm. Features of partnership firm, here the first feature is agreement, then principal and agent, then lawful business, sharing profit and losses, unlimited liabilities, registration, joint ownership and management. They again given us principal and agent, dissolution. So the first one in feature, the first feature is agreement. So agreement means what? Agreement is nothing but just a document which include terms and conditions of partnership firm, and this agreement should be written or oral. Mostly partner prefer written agreement, because written agreement they can use it in the court of law as a proof if any dispute arises. Here in the next page they given us the specimen of partnership agreement. This is, see here, partnership deed. Partnership deed means partnership agreement. Partnership agreement is also called as partnership deed. Here they given us the specimen of partnership agreement, means we get an idea how the partnership deed is. See, the partnership deed means nothing but a document or agreement among the partner. It is written or it may be oral. So there are number of contents of the partnership deed. In that, the first one, name and addresses of the name and address of the firm and its main business. Then second, name and address of all partners and duration of the partnership. Third one, capital contribution of all the partners, means how much capital contributed by each and every partner, that should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Ratio in which profit and losses are to be shared, so the ratio should be mentioned in the partnership deed. If the ratio is not mentioned in the partnership deed, ratio of profit and losses, if it is not mentioned in the partnership deed, then according to the Partnership Act, the ratio should be equal. Then the fifth one, rights, duties, liabilities of the partner, means what type of rights they can enjoy in the partnership firm, what kinds of duties they have to be performed, and the liability of the partner, it should be mentioned in the partnership deed. See the sixth number, provisions related to admission, retirement, death, etc. of a partner, means provisions related to admission, means if the partnership firm want to admit a new partner, then what kind of process they have to do. If any partner is retired, if there is a death of any partner, then what kind of process they have to do, what are the provisions related to it, all are mentioned in the partnership deed. Seventh number, rate of interest on capital, loan, drawing, and if other rate is there, that should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Eighth number, salary, commissions, etc. if payable to any partner. Why they given us here if payable? Because sometimes salary, commissions and other allowances are not given to the partners in some partnership firm, because it is not compulsory according to the Indian Partnership Act. Actually, Indian Partnership Act says that in their provision it is mentioned that for extra work of partner there should not be any salary, commission or any allowances. But if any partnership firm want to pay it, then that should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Then ninth number, settlement of account on dissolution of the firm. If the firm dissolve because of any circumstances, because of any consequences, any causes, if the firm dissolve, then how the account should be settled, the method of settlement of account should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Then method of settlement of dispute among the partner. If there is dispute among the partner in future, then the method of settlement should be mentioned in the partnership deed. And if any other matter is there related to the partnership firm, that should be mentioned in the partnership deed. So this is called as partnership agreement. Partnership agreement is very important document. It is important because it regulates the rights, duties and liability of all the partner, and not only partner, it regulates the firm also. And it avoids or sometimes it avoids the disputes among the partners. So partnership deed is important. Partnership agreement is very important document for the firm. Then the second number, that is number of partners. Number of partners, minimum 2 partner is necessary for the partnership firm according to the Indian Company Act 2013, and maximum number of partner are 50. Third number, lawful business. Business should be lawful business. Lawful business means it should be a legal business, means because illegal business does not get permission from the state. So lawful business only can get permission, or the lawful business can allowed by the state. So the business should be legal business. Then fourth number, sharing of profit and losses. Sharing of profit and losses. The main purpose of the partnership firm is to earn money, is to earn profit. So naturally the question of sharing of profit and losses is there. So it is already mentioned in the agreement how the profit and losses should be shared among the partners. But if it is not mentioned in the agreement, if the agreement is silent about it, then according to the partnership act, the ratio of profit and losses should be equal. Then fifth number, unlimited liability. The liability of partner is unlimited, joint and several. Means unlimited liability means what? When the firm is dissolved or wound up or bankrupt, insolvent, and asset of business is not sufficient to pay the dues, then at last partners can be use their personal property. They can sell their personal property and pay the dues or liabilities. It is called as unlimited liability. And it is not only unlimited but joint and several. Means what? If one partner is insolvent, then other solvent partners has to shoulder his responsibilities or liabilities. This is called as joint and several liability. So the partners have the liability of partner is unlimited, joint and several. See the next number, that is registration. According to Indian Company Act 1956, registration of according to uh, Partnership Act 1932, registration of the firm is not compulsory, it is optional. It means they may or may not be registered, because registration of partnership firm is compulsory only in the state of Maharashtra with effect from 1st April 2005. It is not compulsory in other state. So registration is not compulsory according to the Indian Partnership Act. And registration means what? Actually registration means they, when the partnership firm registered, they get certified, their existence gets certified because of registration. And registration means nothing but a process of entering the name of partnership firm in the register of registrar. So according to Indian Partnership Act, it is actually not compulsory, it is optional. But when the question of Maharashtra state is there, it is compulsory. Then the next, joint ownership and management. Here the each partner, they are the joint owner of the property of the firm. So due to that they cannot use the property of the firm for their personal work, because they are joint owner of the firm property. And like that, all partners have equal right in the management. Means due to that they can express their views, they can express their opinions, they can express their opinions due to that. So they enjoy the equal rights in management, at the same time they are joint owner of the property of the firm. Eighth number, principal and agent. Each partner work in twofold capacity, that is principal and agent. Means a partner act as a principal for the firm of the firm with outsider, and with other partner he act as an agent. Means for the outsider the partner is a principal, but for the other partners he act as a agent. So partners work in twofold capacity in like principal and agent. See the next number, dissolution. A partnership firm can be dissolved because of various reasons, because of various causes. Means when the partner decided to dissolve it, at that time they can close the firm. Dissolution means simply closing the firm. So when a partner decided to dissolve it, they have to give 14 days notice before the dissolution. And if the partnership firm can be dissolved because of agreement also, because if the duration of agreement if it is for 2 months, 3 months, one year, and suppose the duration end, at that time they have to close the firm. So partnership firm can be dissolved through agreement also. The firm can be dissolved due to other reason, means when partner dies or retires, or any one partner insolvent, or any one partner due to insane of it. uh, so there are number of reasons for dissolution of the partnership firm. So dissolution means simply close the firm. So this is last feature of the partnership firm. So I hope you understand the features of partnership firm. Okay, see the next, that is provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. According to Indian Partnership Act, all these points are explained, means if the partnership deed is silent about all these points, then they we are getting, or partnership firm getting guidelines from provision of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. See the first one, distribution of profit. I already told you, if the partnership deed is silent about the distribution of profit, then according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, the profit and losses should be shared equally. The ratio is a equal ratio. Second, interest on drawing. As per the provision of Indian Partnership Act, if the date is not given, drawing date is not given, then we can charge the interest on drawing for 6 months. So if there is adjustment about interest on drawing, then we can calculate the interest on drawing for 6 months. Then the third number, interest on partner's loan. If the rate of interest on loan is not given, then we can calculate interest on partner's loan for 6% per annum. See the fourth, interest on capital. If the partnership deed is silent about interest on capital, then there is no interest on capital allowed by the Partnership Act. Fifth number, salary or commission to partners. So I already told you that as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932, there is no salary or commission or any allowances or remuneration is to be given for any extra work done by the partner. However, if there is if the partnership did include anything about salary commission to the partner, then that is payable. Then the sixth, admission of a new partner. According to the Indian Partnership Act, if any outsider person can be admitted into the firm, then partners should take consideration of every partner. They have to take opinion of every partner to admit a new partner in the firm. So this is called as provisions of Indian Partnership Act 1932. Hope you will understand it, and if there is any doubt related to it, you can free to question me, but on my personal number. Okay, thank you students, bye.